First of all, I was just so impressed with the whole event in general, from the planning to the execution. It was just so well done, and the space that you guys had picked. It was amazing. I had thought actually that you had custom built that space because it fits so much the brand design and image that I just couldn't believe that it existed like that. So it was just the whole visual experience was quite amazing. It was nice to see the turnout, how many people, the excitement, and I just think it went off flawlessly.
As I shared yesterday on stage, like the reason why we started TRYX and the reason behind this name, because Try is the spirit that we want to have to put into our users and to make sure that they have the lowest bar to try our products and to create the X. So in math, so X means possibilities, anything that you want to create. So basically that's the spirit why we started TRYX. And then why we decided to go with PC, because our team, the first few founders of this team, we all came from the same background, no matter from product design to manufacturing. We all share the same background and passion about bringing out something really, truly unique to the market. And again, I really appreciate Asetek, is willing to join us in this journey of bringing something disruptive to the market and cutting edge technology. Yes.
From my perspective, I think there hasn't been anything outside of normal development. I think TRYX is an incredibly professional group of people with lots of experience. And sometimes when we work with new brands, we need to teach them a little bit about how to get going. But you guys have come into the market with a wealth of experience already. And so outside of just normal product challenges, it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you guys, and just really cool to see the drive for innovation and uniqueness that comes through, and not just the product design itself, but the way you go to market as well. So it's been a really enjoyable experience.
Asetek is actually a Danish company, as everyone knows. So it was the most difficult part of it was to get connected with Asetek. But after that, once we introduced ourselves, our idea and concept of the products that we want to put on the AL cooler for Emma. And that's when Asetek and us both feel very confident to really push it through.
Yeah.
And gladly that yesterday, everything just went, being realized and brought to real life.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's actually a good point, because I forgot about those initial interactions. Yeah. And I remember some of I think you guys just reached out through our contact form, and we get contacted a lot. And there's quite a high barrier to entry to work with Asetek sometimes, because we are very picky about who we work with. And so we're like, it didn't even reach my desk until quite a bit later, and Peter was the one who was very eager and motivated, because I think he believed in your guys' vision.
Yes.
And then when we met in our Taipei office, and you showed us some of the concepts and your vision for just the brand in general, I said, we have to work together. And I think often we'll see a prototype of a product design, but more than that, it was a blueprint and kind of a goal for the brand.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, these guys have put so much thought and energy, not just here's another product on the market. It's like, we want to establish something unique. Yes. And I think that's what really inspired us too, to think this is a really good partnership. From my perspective is how you guys have not come in just with another product, but with a brand and a vision for what the brand means. And I think some of the most successful brands that we've worked with have a whole ecosystem, a whole brand image that the consumer base buys into. And I think you're appealing to the younger generation, especially local in the China market, which is super important. And I think from my side, just keep doing what you're doing. I think some of the innovative products that you've launched, I mean, obviously Panorama is so unique that it'll only be a matter of time before everyone tries to copy it, because you guys have done something totally unique in the industry, and just excited to see that keep going, and how your community kind of evolves around the brand.
We are not just selling a product, like you said. We are actually trying to sell a lifestyle, a vibe, a concept, and also, the most importantly, we are trying to empower our users to, really personalize their lifestyle and really, show their characteristics, to show them that each individual, we support you with our product. So not just hardware part, also we invested heavily on software, as you saw the Canali. Yeah, we are going to reiterate, and every new generation of Canali will empower the hardware that you bought maybe a year ago. So you become more powerful, and it gives you more meaning to continue to use our product, especially now for Panorama.
I think sometimes companies can get lost in innovation for innovation's sake. It's like, oh, this is new and unique, but it doesn't solve a problem. It doesn't actually mean anything. And so for us, we're constantly looking at what the new challenges are. But I think even more importantly, we have a culture that fosters innovation, and there's an openness and an ability for everyone in the company to have a say in what's going to happen. And so that openness and that willingness to just have many different voices contribute to what is next really helps us grow and continue to push the boundaries of innovation.
And why we always look for young talents is because we believe that young people understand young people. They know what younger generation are really looking for. They don't really just want to buy a product. They want to buy something behind the brand, behind the product, and help them to represent themselves.
Right.
And that's why, in TRYX, of course, we have a very solid process of, product development, but we also give very large, very big liberty for our product managers to really think about what they want to do. It's not like me or Darren, I ask you to do this and then you just do this.
Right.
We see a lot of companies doing that, just the bosses, whatever the bosses want, just give it. But in TRYX, it's a different way.
Yeah.
It's not a top-down system for us to work. It's more like a bottom-up. So they tell us what they want to do, and we provide the platforms,
right,
and we give them the resources they need.
Right.
As long as we have all the checkpoints, and every step of the way, we make sure that everything is checked, and then we have the product actually the markets need.
Right.
Yeah, that's how we work. Of course, compared with Asetek, we're still very young, but I believe, maybe though just a year of time of TRYX being established, we already face a lot of challenges. For a startup company, it was always the first 3 years is always the hardest, right? But we already managed to get through half of it already. Yes. And how we managed to do that is because we set out the vision very clearly for ourselves before we actually started the brand. I think a lot of companies, especially here in China, is that they try to sell product. They didn't think clearly enough about what actually you're trying to bring to the market, which customers, which audience that you want to attack.
Right.
But for TRYX, we do it in the other way. So how we did it is we actually invited a company that help us, all the founders together, and they interview us separately in a small room. They don't let us talk to each other to make sure that we don't impact each other's idea. And they ask why you wanted to do this. So that's, when we really got a chance to really explore our inner self and what exactly we want to do with TRYX. And in the end, we found some, let's say, overlap ideas. We also found some contradictory ideas. Yeah. And that's how we managed to, align ourselves perfectly before we actually embark on this journey of, bringing TRYX to real life. Wow. So that took us like 3 months, actually, just to talk to our inner self, right, and figure out what exactly we want to do. Yeah, before that, the name wasn't even determined. Like TRYX is something that I just came up while I was driving. And glad the patent, it was not patent. Oh, sorry, it was not trademarked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you it was exceptionally well done vision, because as we've talked about, when you came to our office for the first time, we felt the passion, we felt the coherent, cohesive vision that you guys had, and we could feel it, and we're excited for it too.
And I wanted, and I really want to thank John, Jamie, Asetek's team to come here and to Shanghai and really to support out this course. And we are just very humble and grateful for this. And we anticipate a great future for both brands to grow together, not just in China, but in every other countries that we are about to bomb for in the near future. Yeah.
And from our side, we're grateful for the trust that you put in us, and we're happy to be a part of this new vision, and really look forward to what's next, because this is just the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna see each other in Computex again.
Yes.